Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, viewer, to Traders Exodus. My name is Nico, and I will be guiding you on how to follow our signals and get registered with our affiliates with Hanko Trade and/or with the Funded Trader, as well as how to use TradingView and how to make sure that you're following the signals that I put out on my premium signal room properly. And we're going to go over how to set up the account, which account you should set up, and how to follow my signals without risking too much. So we're maximizing your profits, minimizing your risk, and ensuring that you are doing right thing. So first thing is going to Hango Trade if you're going to be doing a live account. So that's the website that I have here on the screen. This is a broker that I have a lot of my own personal money with, that I've traded for other firms, and they're very, very quick, very easy broker to live with. The link that I send out is an affiliate link. I make a percentage of commissions that you receive. You get a discount for using this brokerage as well through my link. I use the small commission that we receive to buy more funded accounts and to give discounts to any members that are trying to join Traders Exodus that maybe aren't in the right financial situation just yet. But in our efforts to help and serve the community, this is what we're doing. So out of transparency, I am sharing that with you all, but this is the website, and we're going to go over how to get registered with them. So if you are wanting to trade your own personal live money, depending on how much you have at, willing to risk, that's going to determine how much we're going to put on for a trade. But before we get on that, let's register. I'm going to do an account with Hanko just to kind of show what you need to do. So go with all of these names. We're going to use a different email, and we're going to use a password and enter in your country and phone number. We're in the United States, although I'm not technically in the US right now, and I'll use a fictitious number right now. So you agree, you sign up, longer password. Signed up, have an account, and let me look at my email so that they sent a verification code so that this account can be made and shown, right? Okay, so this is what your portal looks like. There are two things you can do. If you're new to trading, I always recommend doing a demo account first so you can add a demo account. I recommend using MT5 because MT5 is easier if you are having to do trades on your phone. It allows you to have a better and easier way to do stop losses and take profits on this platform. So MT5 is the one I recommend. And an ECN Plus account is ideal. ECN Plus essentially just means, if you look on their website, ECN Plus is really just allowing you to have lower commission fees and lower spreads. So if you can see here, the difference between ECN and ECN Plus really comes down to how much money you have to put onto a live account. If you're doing demo, obviously it doesn't matter, but to keep that in mind where we're trying to maximize and make as realistic of a real life condition as possible, I recommend doing ECN Plus if you're going to be doing $1,000 or more live, and you select the correct currency. I do the maximum leverage, and I'll explain that later. So if you're going to be doing $1,000 live, start with $1,000 on a demo account live too, so you can kind of see what would be your expectation to have, right? That's what I recommend. So if you do the live account, it's a very similar process. You select ECN or ECN Plus, ECN Plus. Select your currency, select your leverage, and they're going to have various ways for you to deposit that money. So it's going to be through cryptocurrencies. We'll go through the process of doing a live account. So we'll do an ECN, do US dollar, and we'll do 500 leverage. We open an account. And this is what that live account would look like, okay? So obviously I'm not going to use this account because you all can see this login. So when you go to deposit, you select your account. And it's going to have your current balance. You're going to have a deposit currency. You have all of these here, right? And you choose whichever one that you have. I always recommend doing the maximum leverage when creating an account, and that would be 500x with this broker. And the reason for that, even though we're not going to utilize it on an account, it still allows you to have a little bit of leeway when in a position. And I'll go over that shortly, but essentially this is how you get your live account set up. Okay, I'm going to create a demo account and log into this so we can show what that's going to look like for most people, what that terminal is going to look like. So we have 500 leverage, we have $1,000 of demo funds. So we open an account. Actually, I should have done MT5 because that's what I have on this computer. So you go to MT5, ECN plus US dollar, 1,000 funds, open an account. And then I'm going to log into that on my computer. And show everyone what that really looks like. Okay. Let me change the screen share. Okay. So this is, here's a screen, what Hanko Trade looks like when you've logged in. Right. So over here, there's a few things that you're going to see. First thing is you're going to have this trading tab. This shows your balance. See, you have $1,000. This is the demo account. So there's $1,000 of your demo funds that you can trade with. Here are the two important things that everyone needs to look out for. So we have our price. This is our current price. This is the bid. This is the ask. And we have sell or buy. What these mean, essentially, if you think about betting, I'm going to go to a lower time frame. Essentially, at the point that you are entering, so if we can see candles, you can see vaguely that there are some lines here. I'm going to make them more clear. These are my settings for what my chart looks like. We have black candles for price going for bars down, and bull candles are a cornflower blue. The bid and the ask line, I'm going to change the bid line to blue and the ask line to red. Okay. So now you can see where price is currently at. It's a lot more clear and it's easier to read. So you have, now you know what price is currently trading at, and you have to decide which direction is it going. So when I say that I am short on a trade, that means I am selling. I am essentially saying that I believe that price is going to go, I'm betting that price is going to go down from where it's currently at. When I click sell, I'm betting that price is going to go down from where it's at. If I click buy, I'm saying that price is going to continue up from wherever it's at. Simple enough. And so on a $1,000 account, the rule of thumb when it comes to trading is that you don't want to risk on a trade, on a single trade, no more than 1% of the account value. Okay. And so this is a $1,000 account, and 1% of this account would be $10, right? Do the math on it to be extra sure. So it's $10 at risk. And so for this, you want to minimize the lot size to 0.01. All right, and I'm going to do a live example so you can see how we can set a stop loss and a take profit. So you can see that price is at 31,991 on the terminal. And I say on the terminal because price is going to be different than what I chart in the future. What I chart on my computer and what I use as reference for the signal room is the price that is on TradingView. And I'm going to go on to TradingView after this, but for now, I just want to show how we use the MT5 terminal, or any Forex terminal, whichever brokerage or account you decide to go with. Again, I always recommend MT5 because it's just easier. So for example, if I send out a signal, the price is going to be different than what is shown on MT5 because the brokers, Hanko and TradingView, have different data that they share. So always reference the price that I share on TradingView and use that as the stop loss number because they are off by about 30 points. So if I say that I'm going short and at 31,985, that's 31,985 on TradingView. And right now it's only off by $10, 10 points. So it's 31,994 on here. It's 31,984 on TradingView right now. So if I say that and I'm going short, you will get the first time you click trade, you're going to have to accept these conditions and you'll have to do it again. So if I click short, you will see that this line says sell 0.01 at 31,993. And if I say that my stop is at 32,057 that's on TradingView, and that because of the price difference, that would be at 32,000. It would be actually up here, 32,067 right now. That's going to vary, so you always have to be careful about that. So if you look at this, this would be, if we get stopped out on this trade, this would be a loss of $7.40. So this is within that 1% risk parameter that I want everyone to be at. Of course, if you have a smaller account, you will inherently have to risk more than 1%, just by the nature of the trade. But I generally keep trades with a 50-point stop. So usually if I have an entry right now, just as an example, the stop wouldn't be further than 50 points away. So it's at 31,991, it would be at 32,41. So that in that case, you would lose like $5 if it's a 0.01 lot. And I recommend this lot size for anyone just starting out with me, because you need to get used to taking the signals, exiting and entering and all of that. So if I have a signal like this, it's a short, and I will tell you where to put the stop, and it's usually around 50 to 75 points. And then the take profit is going to be at least 4 times that. So if we're risking $4, I'm looking to make at least 20. And so your take profit, the same way that you set a stop loss is the same way you set a take profit. So you just click from the entry point, you'll see these dotted lines. You click and you drag it. And I tell you which price the take profit should be at. So this is a typical example of what a long trade or a short trade would look like. So when price hits that point, it'll stop you out automatically. You don't lose more than you're willing to lose, and you will make whatever you make, whatever the set target is. And obviously, when trades are running, there are going to be times where we get to the first take profit and it still has momentum. And I say that in the premium signal. I'll say, I still have positions open. And so you're able to continue to hold the trade further, because maybe this is the first target and it ends up going here. And you can see that if the trade is really going well, there isn't a reason to close it. So that is how I help maximize profits and minimize losses. We're never going to lose more than whatever the stop is at, and we can always gain more than what the take profit is at. But at minimum, we're going to have that take profit. Okay. And so if I say it's time to manually close a trade, you go to this X here, you click it, close out. Very simple. And the same way that we are doing short positions, if I'm going long, click buy. We click down, click and drag downwards. This sets our stop loss. We click and drag and we move it up, and it sets our take profit. Very easy, very simple way to see them. And so that is how we get set up on the terminal. Now, for those of you that have different amounts of money and are going to have $1,000, $10,000, $50,000 in a live account, then we can start talking about using a different lot size than 0.01, especially if you have some experience. But for now, somebody that it's just getting started. If you have $100, $500, $1,000, 0.01 is a good place to start. For those in the future, though, once you have increased lot sizes, let's say to 0.05, anything larger than minimum, you could enter a short, and you can see our stop. We set our take profit. We can set it somewhere really aggressive. And when I say I'm taking partial profits, where I close some of the position, but not all of it, what you do is you double click here where it says volume, and you can select how many positions to close. So I opened 0.05. If I'm taking partial profits, let's say I close 0.02 of them. So you click this, and that will close 0.02 of the lots that you had on the trade. And so this can be done to take some profits, to pay yourself because we've had a winning trade, and allow us to then have the trade be risk-free if we are at a certain point. So for example, if I've taken profits and the trade was profitable, then I don't have any problem if I get stopped out because I've already secured some profits. That's the theory behind it. And you'll see me on Telegram on the premium signal room where I explain that I've closed some of the positions. And this is what I'm talking about. I will usually close half or I'll close more depending on where we are in price. But you don't have to think about that. That's my job. And so I will be telling you what to do. You just need to know how to do it. And this is how you do it. The other thing to do is to put a stop at break even. So when I say a stop isn't break even, that means that if I have a position open and it is in profit, the same way that you can click and drag after you've established a stop loss. So first you need to have a stop loss that's on, like how it is right now, right? When the trade is in profit, you will be able to click and drag this below your entry point. So if price, it won't let me do it right now because the trade isn't in profit, but you'll be able to drag this somewhere below the entry point so that if price goes against you, you don't lose any money. And so this is one of the things that I always advocate for, especially with small accounts, is that I want you to protect your capital. I want to protect your capital, and I want you to make more money. And a part of making more money is protecting what you already have. So if the trade has gone in our direction sufficiently, I will say, put stops at break even, and this is what you have to do. So the stop is already established somewhere. So in the case of the sell, it's already on the chart. And then you click and drag the stop to somewhere below the price. Okay, that's that. Very, very simple. And if I say I'm closing positions, if I'm closing partials, this is what I'm doing. Double clicking on volume and reducing the position size. Now I have 0.01 left because I just closed the 2. Okay. And so now I'm going to go to TradingView. I'll share the screen on TradingView and show exactly what I'm doing so that you all will understand. So on TradingView, if you don't have TradingView, you can download it or you can use the web version for free. You go on to this top left corner, you look up US 30 USD, and you click this one, US Wall Street 30 by Oanda. This is the instrument that I am charting with on TradingView, and this is the instrument that I am setting a stop loss at. So you will see me, because I'll share, or I'll be doing it live on webinar. You'll see me show a position that's like so, where an entry is and where a stop is at. The easy way for you to understand where to put a stop loss, if you're not wanting to do the math on the numbers, because this is showing at 31,987 right now. On Hanko, it's showing 31,997. So there's a 10-point difference. You can do the math on that fairly quickly. The other way is to just reference the candlestick size versus where price is right now. So if you look right now on TradingView, there's a 15-minute candles. I'm using a 15-minute. And if I have the stop, you see it's at the top of or above this point here. Same thing if you go to Hanko Trade, I'll share that again. If I share that demo account, if I go to the 15-minute chart, Can click and drag here to move it. You can see, okay, his stop is right above the wicks there. So I can move the stop like so. But every time I call a trade, I am going to call out a price of entry, a stop loss, and a take profit. That's going to be based on the number that is showing here. Price that is currently trading at on trading. Because every broker is different. Those that aren't trading with Hanko Trade, you have to look at your broker versus mine. Don't use the number that I say here and then enter it straight into your Hanko Trade account, because you will get stopped out or taken out at the stop earlier than the actual trade is, or later than when the actual trade is. Okay. So these are the things that you look for when setting up your account. Once you have a live account and you have a balance that you're going to be trading with, I'd like you to message me privately on Instagram or Discord and let me know how much you're trading with, and I'll recommend your lot size for you. But if it's a small account, I'm always going to recommend the smallest position, 0.01, just so you have the ability to minimize losses and maximize profits. And then once your account has grown sufficiently, then we can up your position size and you can start making more money. Okay. So if anyone has any other questions in the future, message me on Telegram, Discord, and that's, that this will be available. And I'm here as a resource. I'm here to help. And so if you have questions, do not be afraid to ask. It's always better to ask the question than not ask. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching, and look forward to seeing you on our discussions on Telegram and Discord, and hope you have a great day.